Okay, now is the time to learn some of the custom hooks we can build by ourselves. See, hooks are just functions given by React, and we can create our own functions, but there's some certain rules we need to follow so that we can call them hooks. So basically, every hook needs to be start with the word use, like use effect, use state, use callback, use memo. There's so many, right? So I'm just explaining a very simple example so that you can understand the gist of custom hooks, and after that we can discuss more complex features, what we can do with custom hooks. So basically, what we have, let me show you. We just have a counter which goes one value up, and we can reset that. Pretty basic counter. I don't know if I need to make it big. So again, pretty common. You can do that. You can refresh it. I mean, you can make it reset. Now let's see what's happening here. So again, this is our parent component. We are just importing this component called countdown demo, and we have this counter demo. Remove that. So what we're doing here, we are doing some destructuring here. We are taking some data from this use counter hook, and we're giving it an initial value of 0. So let's first of all go inside this hook and see what's going on here. So we have this use counter function, looks like a regular uh, JavaScript function, right? And what we have here, we have the initial value, which is 0, which is fine, and we're passing that here. So that's so that if we want to start that counter, let's say from 10, so we can just pass 10 here, and that can help passing this value here, because this is the default value, which is 0. Now we have our count variable and a setter function. So in the increment, we are just incrementing it by 1, decrementing by 1 when we do the decrement, and then the reset just gives it initial value, which is in our case it's 0 right now. And when we grab those values, all we need to do is pass it down to our JSX. So over here, we have a button, and on click, we do this increment. And similarly for decreasing, we decrement, and for the reset, we are passing this reset function. And if we do that, that's coming from this use counter. So what we do is we abstract away a lot of stuff here. See, we can put that here. It's a tiny example, so it doesn't there's no need to create a custom hook. But imagine if you have a lot of functionality going on here, you don't need to put it here. And second, you can reuse this hook anywhere in your project. So that's the beauty of using custom hooks. uh, this is just a very simple example, but we will see some of the complex example, like how we can leverage custom hooks in our favor, when especially when we have like a big project where there are a lot of moving parts and you need to create some kind of abstract functionality, and you can just import it and pass it on to your components. Well, that's it.